Hi everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I've been having a pretty mellow day today, which is nice because after so much turbulence and tumult and mayhem these last couple of months, it's finally nice to be able to breathe and have a mellow day and an uneventful day for the most part, which has been really nice. Uh, and it's nice to have some respite to just breathe and be without having to deal with the external circumstances that are going on and that you have to deal with at that moment. Um, I won't be uploading videos this weekend because I'm going camping and I'm not going to be cellular. I'm not. I'm not going to have any service, and I don't want to have any service because, that's the point of camping, to get away from society, get away from the world, get away from any kind of um, internet, digital connection, and just go out on a date with nature, essentially, and just be with yourself, just you and Mother Nature, right? And it's going to be a really good time because I haven't done it in about a month now, and so I like to go camping at least once or twice a month, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't, over a month actually, I haven't gone camping for over a month. So I just haven't had the time. There's just been so many things that I've had to deal with lately that I just haven't had the time. And this weekend, it's going to be a long weekend, so it'll be nice for me to get away and have some time off away from my regular routine. But anyway, I was thinking about my day yesterday, and I make these video journals every day, and this is my way of journaling in a video format. And I will be uploading the videos that I will still be filming over the weekend, but I'll be uploading those videos once I get home and I have internet again. I'll upload the videos that I filmed during my time away. But anyway, I was thinking of my day yesterday and how my time at the doctor's. So if you saw my video journal of yesterday, I went to the ENT, and I go to the ENT every 6 to 7 months because my ears get clogged really badly because my ears produce a lot of earwax, and I know this is TMI, but it's part of being a human, right? So if I don't go for over a year to the ENT to get my ears cleaned, my ears will get clogged to the point where I can't hear. Like I really cannot hear, or my hearing gets very muffled, and if I go swimming or I take a shower and the water goes inside my ear, the water will stay in there and it will not come out. And you can hear the swooshing in the ear, and sometimes I can't even sleep because my ear feels heavy. And so I've tried to commit myself to going every 6 to 7 months to get my ears cleaned because I don't want to be in that situation. And I was just thinking about how I really appreciate this ENT. And you can really tell when a doctor loves what they're doing or they hate what they're doing. You can really tell when a doctor hates their occupation. And maybe they just became a doctor because that's what their parents told them to do, or maybe that's what they thought they wanted to do when they were little, and then they pursued it and found that they didn't like it, and they still continued to go to school for it because they were too far along. Or maybe it's because of the money that they became a doctor, but it's not because they really like their job. And there are other doctors out there that you can tell that they're passionate about their specialty or their whatever it is that their occupation, whatever specialty they have chosen. And this doctor, he just gives me such great vibes because he's very receptive and very open to hearing any issues that you're having with, you know, your ears. And he just gives empathetic, open vibes. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just this ability to, you feel heard by him. And yes, he's the ear doctor, so that's ironic. But he's just a great doctor, and he's young. He's pretty young. He's in his late 30s, I assume, and he's just very, very kind and open to listening to you, and he's not in a rush to get you out and, you know, fix your problem. He really takes the time to sit with you and talk things through, whatever it is that's bothering you. And anyway, he cleaned my ears, and as soon as he cleaned my ears, I could finally hear all the faint sounds in my environment, because, you know, when your ears get clogged even a little bit, you start becoming deaf of the faint pitches and sounds that are around you. And I was just thinking about how I'm so grateful for him. And even though his occupation may seem inessential, and it may seem like, oh, well, this is not a doctor that we need, that our society needs immediately, because, you know, he's not a heart surgeon or a brain surgeon, or he's not working in the ER helping with emergency surgeries or any of that. And I do believe that he performs ear surgeries or any kind of throat surgeries. But he's important to me, and he is important to all the patients that suffer from any kind of upper facial problems, you know. And I was just thinking about how all of us, even those that we may think are inessential in society, are actually pretty essential to the well-being of our society. There are times where I feel like I'm not doing enough to help people, or to help society, or to change the world. And when I was younger, I was hell-bent on that. I was just like, I want to change the world. I want to do something. And that was part of the reasons why I got my master's in international affairs, because I wanted to, and you can hear the siren. Thank you to the doctor, I can hear the siren very well now, and I can hear its piercing sound. But anyway, where was I with this? I lost my train of thought. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Oh, okay, anyway, I just think about how that's part of the reasons why I joined international affairs. International affairs is also called international relations. I'll be switching up the way I call it, because it's interchangeable. But anyway, I wanted to join international affairs I got my master's in that because I wanted to get into policy making and creating policies that would help our society. And, you know, if you live in America, we're pretty fucked. We are. And it doesn't matter what political affiliation you have. We are pretty fucked. We've always been fucked, but we're pretty fucked now. And it has nothing to do with, I mean, in my opinion, it has something to do with the current president, but what's happening in the White House is just something that's been happening for years and years and years, but it's been happening behind closed doors. But now it's out in the open, and politicians are not afraid of showing who they truly are, and they have that audacity nowadays. And anyway, that's just my opinion. But I wanted to get into policymaking to help ameliorate society, or at least my community. But once I got into my degree and started learning about the different policies and the different issues that happen, and that are happening in our society, and not just in America, but in all parts of the world, and how all these issues don't really have a solution. They're so complex. There's just so much intricacy that it's hard to find a one-size-fits-all solution to any kind of problem that exists in our society. And I think George Carlin was the one that said, if you think there's a solution, you are the problem. Because, and you really learn this in international affairs, there really is no one-size-fits-all solution. You may think that you know what the best route to take is, what the best policy to implement, but there's just so much complexity that has to be taken into account, that you can't create policies in a hasty manner, because they're going to fail. And you see that with a lot of developmental projects. You see that with what happened in Haiti, and that was a case study that we really studied, that we looked into and read really closely, what happened in Haiti in 2010 and how things worsened after that, because of the way international aid handled that. And I have nothing against U.S. aid or international aid agencies. I think they're essential for our society. But there is not, the solution isn't that easy. But anyway, I kind of went on a tangent there. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes I may feel that I'm not doing enough, or I'm not directly impacting my community in a big way, or in a way that would create drastic positive changes. But I have to remind myself that it's in these subtle, indirect ways that you change the world. And the reason why I brought the ENT up was because the ENT may not be dealing with heart surgery or brain surgery or any kind of knee surgery or any kind of surgery, emergency surgeons, right? They may not be dealing with any kind of big open body surgeries of that category. But they are helping people like me hear again. They're helping people with laryngitis heal themselves. They're helping people, maybe they have throat cancer. They're helping people with throat cancer too, although I assume that he refers them after to a cancer specialist if they have some kind of throat cancer. Because, you know, they have to do chemo and radiation in that case and stuff like that. But he helps in small ways. He has helped me. I don't know if I'm making sense. I feel like I'm not, but the fact that he cleared my ear canal, and the fact that I can hear again, and the fact that I can hear the sounds, I can hear the sirens, I can hear everything around me, because he helped me. And that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes we may help others, not in big, drastic ways. Sometimes it's in subtle ways that we help the people in our community. Maybe it's if you're walking down the street and you see a stranger, you smile at them and you say hi. And maybe that stranger was having a really bad day, and the fact that you smiled at them and acknowledged their existence, maybe that helped them feel a little better or lessen their load. Or maybe you see an older lady in the grocery store. She's having trouble carrying her bags, and you help her take her bags to her car. You've helped that person. Maybe that's not a big, drastic change, and you haven't changed the world, but you helped that person in a small way, but in a way that shows that you care. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. When we care, when we show that we care to others, even in small ways, we change the world. It's like this ripple effect. And I don't want to sound like this, I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker or anything, but we don't need to do big, drastic things in order to change our world. We just need to do what we can to help those around us. And I've just been thinking about how in our species, we only have each other. We really do. And, this ENT, he has a passion for his specialty. And there are other ENTs who have passion for the heart. So they specialize in anything that has to do with the cardiovascular functions. Or there are doctors out there that have a passion for the brain, and they specialize in the brain functions. And, those are big deals, and they help many patients. But our passions, even if they are small or they may seem small, can help others in the long run. For example, if you're listening to a song and that song really moves you to tears and it helps you think about your life differently, or you receive an insight because of the lyrics in the song, that artist, that singer, has helped you with your life, with your journey. If you read a book and a sentence in that book gave you some insight about your life, that author has helped you with your journey. If you watch a movie and that movie has really inspired you to take some kind of action in your life, those actors, that movie director helped you inspire yourself to take that action, take that chance with your life. They've helped you with your journey. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be movies or songs. Like I said earlier, sometimes smiling at a stranger, helping an older lady with her groceries, or having a really deep conversation with a friend, actually listening to somebody, what someone has to say, listening to their stories if they're sharing a story with you. How many times have you been in a situation where you're telling a really cool story and then you see that the other person is not engaged, and then you stop telling your story because you know that the other person doesn't care? How does that make you feel? It makes me feel pretty shitty when that's happened to me. But when somebody really engages with my story and they're like asking me questions and, oh, really? That's awesome. Or, oh, that's terrible. Or whatever it is, that the story that I'm telling. And they're really engaged with what I have to say. That makes me feel seen and heard and acknowledged. And if we do that with everybody, if we listen to everybody and listen to their stories, that's a way we can help others, because they feel acknowledged. They feel like they exist, like they're important, like their story matters, right? So we can help those in subtle ways. We don't need to change the world or do some big drastic thing. And if you do that, then amazing. Thank you for your service. But it's in the small acts of kindness or just showing that you care that we can change the world, and we can change ourselves too, which is the most important part, because if we change ourselves, we can inspire the world to change, or inspire our community, the people that are immediate around us, to change also, or to see things in a different way. We're not forcing them to change their ideology or change their state of mind. We're just, we just are. I hope I made sense, because I feel like I've been rambling for 21 minutes. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a great life and a great journey, and you have a wonderful, wonderful existence. Peace and love. Bye.